That's right. She actively chose to make a video telling people how to deal with negative comments after dirty deleting her own video for receiving negative comments. Living unapologetically also does not negate your mistakes or wrongdoings. We're all going to make mistakes. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I am so happy to have you all here with me again this week. If you are new here and this is the first time you are seeing my face, welcome. I make weekly videos dissecting internet nonsense, so if you're into that type of thing or you like today's video, I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel and make sure that you never miss another upload from me. Let me start with a quick thank you for your patience while I took my sweet time getting caught up with all the shenanigans going on at Glitter and Lasers channel. I had checked out of Anna's content for a little bit because it remained to be nothing more than her sponsored posts and shills for the TikTok shop. And you can only take so much of that before you just have to check out. But I've seen your messages and I've seen your comments and your calls to action. And so today we are going to check in on Anna together because I think there are a few things I'd like to add to the conversation that's happened so far. So as you probably very well know by now, Anna's shenanigans started around November 21st when she dirty deleted a video of her shopping at Target. That vlog was immediately archived on the Kiwi Farms platform, and it has been discussed and or reacted to by a million different creators on this platform. So we're not going to do a full reaction to that video, but what I do want to do is add a few important points that I feel like have been missed from that sort of broader conversation. I also want to look at all of the things that have happened since then because I think that they're important to talk about as well. And then we're going to prove that it is possible for a creator with a large platform to be fully transparent about their decisions regarding their health and their health journey. Let's get into it together. First, as you probably witnessed in the Target video, Anna's behavior was giving unsupervised teenage girl in a mall. She was being loud, trying things on and throwing them on the racks, and she also chose to redress the mannequins, creating work for her local Target employees who, let's be real, probably already know who she is and probably already really disliked her even before this video. The thing that stuck out to me right away that I haven't heard anyone else really talking about is the fact that Anna was not alone when she filmed this video. And we know this because we can see her trying on clothes where she's putting both arms into the sleeves. And you can see almost the full shopping cart in the shot, which means that the camera was not mounted on a tripod on the shopping cart itself, right? Someone is standing there holding the camera, filming all of Anna's behaviors. And it actually wasn't until I went back to review Anna's video for this video that we're talking through right now that I realized there are actually potentially two people with Anna at the time she filmed this Target video. You can see them when she pans to Target at the very beginning of her video because they're walking a little bit in front of her. I thought it was bad when I thought there was only one person there watching Anna behave like this, but why on earth are there two fully grown adults watching Anna act like a fool in a Target? Like, this is a video I would fully expect to see from some teenagers who are just starting to post themselves on the internet, not three fully grown adults. And can you just imagine with me for a second what it would be like to just be doing your regular shopping in a Target and to see three fully grown adults, right? Adults who are older than you. I'm in my 30s and I know Anna's older than I am because she's almost 40. Walking around, filming and like giggling and throwing clothes. Like, the amount of cringe, like secondhand embarrassment that I felt just watching the Target video was so strong. And there are people in the background of her video, so people definitely saw this thing going down, and I just cannot imagine what it would have been like to witness this firsthand. Anyway, I also flagged pretty much immediately that Anna throughout the video was getting annoyed that nothing was fitting her, right? She makes the joke that this is just going to be a vlog about how nothing fits. But I'd not seen a lot of people talking about the fact that she was so annoyed that things were not fitting her. But everything that she tried on was before she even got to the plus size section of the store. And outside of redressing the mannequins in the plus size section, she didn't try on one single piece of plus size clothing. And this is just absolutely fascinating to me because Anna's entire career is her being a plus size fashion vlogger, blogger, TikToker, right? And so she's going into this space and then not trying on any plus size clothes. Like, the two things just don't add up. And I also sort of love this because fat activists are sort of always clamoring on about how stores don't carry plus size fashion, and if they did, they'd be making a killing because all of these fat people, all they want is to be able to shop in the store like a normal person. And just like we've talked about with Samira, who is a proponent of this sort of argument, now we've seen Anna literally go to a plus size clothing section and not try on a single piece of plus size clothing. So these fat activists are just so funny to me because whether they mean to or not, they truly always tell on themselves. Because how are you going to tell these stores, you're going to make all this money, we're so excited to shop with you, just put your plus size in stores, in stores, in stores, and then there's video evidence of you going into the store and not even trying it on. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So after Anna dropped this video, she was immediately met with some criticism, just asking her to really consider her behavior, which a lot of people found bizarre, but frankly quite rude. She went in and was sort of tearing the store apart during one of the busiest seasons of the year for retail employees. And she couldn't deny that that's what she had done because she filmed it and edited it and uploaded it to the internet for us all to see. So instead of apologizing and taking accountability and self-reflecting, she went ahead and dirty deleted the video. And that just brought more attention to it, right? People wanted to know what was happening. They wanted to know why she deleted it. It had to be bad, right, if she deleted it. And so it started making the rounds. There were clips on Reddit. It was everywhere. And no matter where it ended up, the results were the same. People wanted an apology for the stress that Anna had caused to these retail workers, talking through the logistics of corporate needing to dress the mannequins, and if a regional manager had come in, some employee at that Target store was likely to get in trouble. It's all people were really asking for was sort of an acknowledgement of her messing up. Along with the dirty delete, Anna chose not to apologize at all. It never happened. It never came out on a community tab post. It never came out in a short, and it certainly never came out in another YouTube video. But what she did do, in classic Anna fashion, is upload a video the very next day, teaching people how to deal with negativity during the Christmas season. That's right, she actively chose to make a video telling people how to deal with negative comments after dirty deleting her own video for receiving negative comments. Now, I don't want to talk about this whole video because it is kind of lengthy, but there are a few key points I want to draw your attention to. First, Anna acknowledges that she has hate watchers on her channel.
Maybe that will help someone else make it through, or maybe it'll make you enjoy hate watching me more. Whichever one you are, I hope you enjoy this video.
And then she lets us know about how she fully detaches herself from her internet comment section and her audience.
How much I allow other people's opinions to shape me. And I know, oh God, I know that on the internet, we love to say like, just ignore it, girl. They're all haters. Haters are your secret motivators and all of this stuff. And I get it. I get we want to be positive about what is really a bad situation. But for me, what I've really had to do personally is like, just detach from that world. So rather than turning into it, I don't let those things become any part of my personal narrative. No choice I've made in my life is because somebody else told me I should.
And she does this to let us know that this is so she is fully capable of making her own decisions without being swayed by her audience, so that she can fully live by the decisions that she's made.
Instead, what I've learned is that I just need to remind myself why I made the choices I made. So when I go somewhere where I know I'm going to be faced with some discussion, or even when I post something online like this video, I'm sure we'll have some choice reactions. I think about why I'm doing it and whether it's worth the fight. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because I feel like there's probably a lot of other people out there who feel the same way I feel, who've like been through the ringer, who've tried to make better choices for themselves, who maybe are finally having success, who maybe haven't had success, maybe they haven't succeeded in the way they want. Whatever it is, they're going into a situation where they know that people are going to have some freaking opinions and they don't want to hear them. And they may not feel strong enough to take them on. And I think I just want to remind them that the power lies within them. Right? I want to remind you that you can only control you. You cannot control your mom. You cannot control your dad. You cannot control your weird uncle. You cannot control people on the internet. And the more you try, the more you're going to fail.
Okay, so let me make sure that I'm getting this all straight. Anna has hate watchers, so she has to detach from the comment section because she can't deal with the hate comments and the troll comments. And she does that so that those troll comments don't sway her decisions, so that she knows whatever she's uploading to the internet was fully her own choice and had nothing to do with anything that anyone said to her in her comment section. Sounds like the right way to live, except Anna is missing one key piece here. Not all internet feedback and criticism is hate watching and trolling. Anna has 1.69 million followers on her YouTube channel, and with this statement she's just made, she's basically openly telling every single one of her followers that she disengages from them because of maybe a few troll comments, and that their criticism to help her channel get better, which is what an audience typically does, that doesn't matter to her because you're basically a troll. What a weird way to tell the world that you don't take constructive criticism very well. So she chose to take her two friends and tear that target apart, being obnoxious and loud and laughing and throwing clothes and redressing mannequins. She went home, the footage was reviewed, edited, and uploaded. She received some feedback, constructive feedback, mixed with some trolling comments from some hate watchers, and then decided to take the video down. And according to her, based on what she's just told us, she stands by every decision that she makes. Interesting. Because just a few days after she dirty deleted that video and then made her next video about surviving negativity, she posted this short to her YouTube channel.
Here's the deal. I am done apologizing for the everyday things I do in my life. So if you don't like what I'm eating, don't follow me. If you don't like what I'm wearing, don't follow me. If you don't like what I've linked to or how I've linked to or what method I've used to link it, don't follow me. If you don't like me pursuing my health, don't follow me. If you think I'm too fat, don't follow me. If you think I'm too thin, don't follow me. If you think I exercise too much, don't follow me. If you think I do my exercises wrong, don't follow me. If you think that I should be doing more exercises, don't follow me. If you think I should be doing less exercises, don't follow me. If you think that I should wear bigger clothing, don't follow me. If you think I should be wearing smaller clothing, don't follow me. If you just don't like what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, don't follow me. It's really that simple. I'm not bringing joy to your life, and you're certainly not bringing joy to mine, so just don't follow me. And for those of you who stick around and know that I'm imperfect and I'm going to make the best choices I can, and you find joy in what I create, thank you. You freaking rock. Here's the deal.
And let me just start by pointing out how manipulative this video is, because it's exactly what we just talked about. She is using these bits and pieces of what has been said by trolls or hate watchers, and she's equating them to actual constructive criticism. And they're not the same. There is a difference between someone pointing out to Anna that some of the exercise she's doing is dangerous for her, or that her form is not accurate, and that she should consider getting an in-person coach that can help her with that form so that she's not going to injure herself. And someone just telling Anna not to work out because she's too fat. Those are very different comments, but she is equating them like they are all the same. And if you're going to do that, just don't follow her, right? That's her sort of approach with this short. But while Anna continues to equate these things over and over and over again, The only thing she's really doing is refusing to acknowledge the reason she's getting critical feedback in the first place. And that is her own actions and choices. And what I find fascinating is that she follows up and proves that point by saying that she's no longer apologizing for things she does in her everyday life. So is that an admission that you regularly tear apart stores and make people's jobs harder? Because you also openly admitted that you're not gentle in your everyday life in that Target video. So is this who you really are? Is that why you won't apologize? This is just who you are and we're just supposed to be appreciative that we're getting your authentic self on camera? Like, is that the vibe we're going for? Because if that's a thing, like you're saying it is, why delete the video? Why wouldn't she just leave it up if that's who she is in everyday life and she's going to be unapologetic about it? And if this isn't representative of who she is in everyday life, then why not just acknowledge it and apologize? Because if she had done that, as that was the only thing people were really calling for from her, she likely could have just apologized and moved on instead of doubling down into the insanity and adding fuel to the fire. Not to mention, her apology would have given her followers an opportunity to defend her, and now they don't even have that. Nope, instead, collectively, all we got was this sort of snotty response. And I've seen in a couple places online where people are talking about how this is a bad move on Anna's part, how it doesn't make her look good, and it will alienate her audience because she is calling all of them trolls. But also, just daring people to unfollow you typically does not bode well for online creators. Even Anna knows that negative interactions on social media are still interactions, and that you still get paid for them. When I was looking for that archived Target video, I actually stumbled across a screenshot of her admitting that she knows this, because she told a commenter this: "I'm just gonna do what I want. Also, I love how your sassy comments just mean I'm going to keep showing up on your feed. It's like your own self-designed torture, and I don't even have to do anything. You're doing it to yourself. #karma. So why decide to rant and tell these people to unfollow you when they're bringing you the views, the followers, the income, and the sort of online clout that you so badly desire? Let me share why I think Anna feels so confident in this message that it's still up at the time I'm filming this video, because I'm late to the game and it's still up there. YouTube is not Anna's largest platform. And I haven't seen anyone else talk about this, but I'm curious to know how many of you noticed that this so-called message that she is so proud of because it's so authentically her has not been cross-posted to her TikTok. She has so carefully curated this character that she plays online across her different social media platforms that she couldn't cross-post this without it ruining that sort of bright, shiny workout queen facade that she has built for herself on TikTok. Because if this is truly who she was, and this is truly how she felt in an unapologetic nature, she would have cross-posted it, because she gets the same comments on her TikTok that she gets on her YouTube. The only difference is the follower count. And I don't think she wants TikTok to know that this is the facade. And she didn't want YouTube to know that this was a facade. But that Target video kind of ruined it for her just a little bit. She was no longer the bright, shiny Anna that we're used to seeing, right? Who's nice to everyone and just sort of a floaty fairy princess making her way through life. That's not who she is, and she ruined that image with that video for all the people who are following her now. So we can't ruin that on the TikTok. That's too many followers. That's too much money for her to risk. In my opinion, Anna is not living unapologetically. She's living without self-awareness. She's living without self-reflection. She's living without maturity. And she's ultimately living without growth. Living unapologetically is not permission to treat retail employees like crap. Living unapologetically also does not negate your mistakes or wrongdoings. We're all going to make mistakes. And even if your mistake seems like it wasn't that harmful to you, you're not the one who gets to decide that. So ultimately, living unapologetically doesn't mean that you're never going to apologize. If she had truly wanted to represent herself as an imperfect person who's just trying to make the right choices, she would have owned her mistake, apologized, and then moved on. Instead, she just made herself look even more like an entitled jerk by doubling down into the madness, as influencers often do, and by choosing to blame her audience for giving her critical feedback. What she wants is a life where she can make choices without consequences, but that's not how life works. And this is not new behavior for Anna, by any means. We've been talking about it on the channel. It's the one thing that really grinds my gears about her because I want to like her so badly. She just makes it so hard once you realize that the facade is there. Once you go behind the character that she's portraying, you can't unsee what's behind it. It's exactly the same as when we've pinpointed that people are genuinely asking her, why are you not sharing with your audience of impressionable young people that you're taking a weight loss medication alongside all of the things that you're posting on your social media? But she purposefully misunderstands what people are asking her for, and instead of reflecting and sort of asking herself, is this a thing that I could easily share that would lead my audience the right direction? She just ignores all that, gaslights everyone, and pretends that it's not a problem. When all people are really asking for is simple transparency. No one is mad at Anna for losing weight. They just want her to be open and honest about how she's doing it. And before any Anna defenders, because y'all are always inevitably here to tell me how jealous I am, before you jump in to tell me it's not possible for her to make that because people would be mean, let me just go ahead and share with you another large TikTok creator who did decide to be actively transparent with her audience.
I feel like I've been keeping a secret from you. Not really a secret. I have talked about it on YouTube, but I haven't shared it with you here. Before I tell you this, I need you to keep an open mind. You don't have to love everything that I do, but just know that the decisions I make are for me and my health and the better of me as a human being. I'm a big girl. I've always been a big girl. Not this big of a girl. I have openly struggled on the internet with an eating disorder, anxiety, depression, food addiction. I've tried so many things, but I always seem to just go in a cycle in my life, trying really hard to get better, obsessing over it, and then falling off over and over and over and over again. So for the past 8 months, I've constantly ate out, spent thousands of dollars, thousands, on Uber Eats, and I've become the fast food queen again. If it's not something you've ever struggled with, I don't think you'll understand. It's been hard. At the end of summer, I really started to notice how I was feeling and how my body felt different. It felt slow. Things were getting harder. And by things were getting harder, I quite literally mean wiping my ass was getting harder. I had been weighing myself and I hadn't gained a significant amount of weight. So I told myself that the way that I was feeling was probably not real because the scale hadn't gone up. And then I went to Wisconsin at the end of October for a bachelorette party. While I was there, I felt so bad. My body hurt. My knees were starting to hurt. Anytime I would eat a meal, I would get headaches. I do have insulin resistant PCOS. Keep that in mind. In fact, I had a doctor once tell me that I have the biggest cysts he's ever seen. I knew something was up. So one day I just decided to get on the scale while I was there, and I had gained so much weight, an embarrassing amount of weight. I was almost the highest weight that I'd ever been. I'm someone who has never really put 2 feet into the body positivity community strictly because I've always preached loving yourself because that's something I struggle with and continue to work on every day. But I know how I got here. I know why my body is this way, even though I know I struggle with an eating disorder and it's not as simple as some people may think. I know that I got here by overeating, not exercising, treating my body like shit. I didn't get here in a healthy way. Like, I don't look like this because my metabolism is 0. PCOS doesn't help, but I know that I treated my body in a way that reflects this. I can't sit and tell you that it's healthy to be me because I know it's not healthy to be me. Me specifically, I know that can be different for other people out there. I would feel guilty saying like, it's okay to look like me, like it's healthy to be me because I know I'm not healthy, if that makes sense. Body positivity people, please don't come for me. I have a big platform and I'm not gonna sit here and say that my body is healthy when I know it's not. Yours might be, mine's not. After discussing some things, they landed on Mounjaro. It's a GLP-1 medication and I've been taking it for almost 2 months, a month and a half really. I've lost lost 25 pounds. I feel so much better already. I want to be able to do like what I eat in a day and stuff, but I feel like I need to put this out there first, just so we're on the same page. You are allowed to not like what I'm doing. You are allowed to have opinions on it. The only thing that I ask is, I'm a human, you're a human, and let's just treat each other with respect.
This TikTok is everything. This is what taking responsibility for your large platform looks like. Samantha is fully acknowledging and recognizing in this clip that if she starts to visibly lose weight while she's making what I eat in a day content, people are going to try to emulate her, right? They're going to try to mimic what she's doing because they can see that the weight loss is happening. And they're going to do that whether she tells them to or not. It's the way that the internet works, right? We want what other people have. And if she's getting the results that we so badly want, why wouldn't we follow what she's doing? This is her being open and transparent that that weight loss could be coming from that weight loss drug alongside any changes that she's making while she's making these what I eat in a day videos. Anna, on the other hand, continues to take full advantage of knowing that this is how audiences sort of react and interact with this type of content. And we know that she knows this is how the internet works because she puts all of those disclaimers on her videos, right? That's her way of sort of covering her bases because something's going on that's not fully transparent. In my opinion, it's irresponsible to continue to support creators who are just openly telling you that they're going to be dishonest with their platforms. Especially when it's been proven how easy it is to be responsible with your very large platform. That doesn't mean it was easy. You can see Samantha's nervous. She's talking about how she hopes body positivity creators won't come at her because we know that they will. She fully acknowledges she's speaking for herself. She knows how she got herself there and that it wasn't healthy. She knows, and it's very clearly uncomfortable, and she's ready for that sort of feedback. But it had to be done to be responsible with the platform she's created. It's absolutely possible. And I think, honestly, Anna needs to take several seats. Take a page out of Samantha's book and learn what it actually means to be vulnerable and transparent. All right, that is all I have for you guys today. So at this point, as always, I'm curious to know what you think. Did you realize that she hadn't cross-posted her little unfollow me rant to her TikTok? Do you think she's being manipulative with her multiple platforms? What do you think about her behavior and still that there's a lack of apology? I'm also curious to know, had you seen Samantha's video, the clip that we showed? What do you think about her honesty and her transparency there? I am genuinely curious at this point to know how y'all are feeling about this because Anna really created a mess for herself when all she really needed to do was just a little bit of self-reflection, maybe throw in some vulnerability, but just at the bare minimum, apologize. Because she could have done that and so easily just moved on. And instead, this is the madness that we have delved into as a result of the action she decided to take. It's just fascinating. So I'm curious to know how you all feel. I hope you will tell me in the comment section because I love, love, love reading your opinions and thoughts on all of this. And for all my introvert friends out there who do not feel comfortable leaving your opinions in an internet comment section, I see you, I feel you. Go ahead and leave me like a bullseye emoji for that Target video. I feel like that'll be a good one for this week. And I love seeing your emojis just as much as I love reading the comments, so I hope that you will leave those for me there. As always, thank you all so, so much for being here with me again this week. I will see you in the next one. Bye!